Hi, I'm Leah and welcome to my channel. In this video, I thought I'd extend upon a topic I talked about in my last video, which was things I no longer do or use on my relaxed hair. You all really seem to like that video, and I got quite a few comments from you where you were sharing your things that you no longer do or use on your relaxed hair, and I enjoyed reading every single comment. I did realize though that there were a few more items on my list that I didn't share. And the reason is because they didn't quite fit into that category of things I wouldn't do or use anymore because, hear this, I've never done or used them before. When I dug into the why I had it, it hit me. The reason is that I was too scared to try them. Yeah, I'm too scared of how my hair will react and the damage that could potentially ensue after I use or do these things. Without further ado, here are the things that I'm too scared to do or use on my relaxed hair. The first one is rice water rinses. Yeah, I know they're really popular and they're supposed to be really good for the hair, but there's just something about them that gave me a lot of pause. So if you don't know what a rice water rinse is, it's basically rinsing your hair with water that is left over from cooking or soaking rice. I did some research, looked more into rice water rinses, and I found that the top nutrient in rice water is amino acids, and those are proteins. That's why it was giving me pause. Rice water is full of protein, and I had issues with protein in the past. I don't think I need to do hard protein treatments on my hair anymore. I don't think I need to give my hair a ton of protein, so rinsing my hair with heavy protein is just not appealing to me. It's not something I want to do. And as part of that research, I found articles and comments and videos from other women who had done rice water rinses, and they ended up with protein overload because rice water has a lot of protein in it. And that just confirmed the feeling that I've had all this time of, nuh-uh, not for me. Number two is self-relaxing. Now hold on before you come at me. I'm not knocking those who self-relax. Some of you do, and that is totally fine for you. Actually, more power to you. I'm impressed by women who can actually relax their own hair because you can't see your head, you can't see your hair. It's a difficult process to do on your own, and I'm kind of envious and a little bit in awe of those who can. But I know that I cannot. I'm not one of those women who are able to successfully self-relax their hair. I've never tried it, but I do know that I just don't have the extra patience that it requires. Like I would start rushing through, stuff would be over processed, under processed. I would leave it on too long, completely forget or not rinse it out right. I just know something would go wrong. And how do I know that? Because I know how poorly I do roller sets, and even just like painting my nails. Sometimes I don't even apply my deep conditioner right. I get it all messy and stuff. So I just know relaxing my hair would be a disaster. My hair would fall out. So we're not even touching that. Even back when we were having all of the lockdowns and stuff and salons were closed, I had maybe for a split second thought about, maybe I might self-relax. But then I was just like, you know what? I'd rather go natural and start over when the salons reopen if this is going to continue for an extra long time, because I was like, it would be more of a disaster. I'd have to cut my hair off anyway if I self-relaxed. Number three is weaves. Now, I've talked about weaves as a good protective style, and I think that it can be for most people, but for me, I'm just not into it. There are a few different reasons why. One is I've had box braids in the past. I know that's different than weaves, but I had them back in middle school, and it broke my hair off really bad, and it weakened my hair a lot. Now, mind you, the stylist that I was going to, or the salon, I should say, because it was two different people who did my hair. One who did the relaxer, one who did the box braids. And neither of them gave any real tips to me or my mom as to how to care for relaxed hair in braids. So I think that did contribute to the fact that I had a lot of breakage and brittleness when my hair came out of the braids. But that just set me up where it's like, I just don't want any fake hair attached to my head. I've done clip-ins before. That's about as far as I'm willing to go. Plus, some other things that have turned me away from doing weaves on my hair is that I've seen and heard stories from stylists about the needles can sometimes cut the hair if it's not done properly. I have heard stories of women who've lost their edges, who have had a lot of breakage from weaves, and part of that is their own fault because they didn't take care of their hair in the weaves, but then some of it was just the technique of doing the weave was not good, and I just don't want to deal with that. Plus, probably one of the more important things is I realized I don't like wearing wigs or hats because I don't like things on my head. So why would I then cover my entire head with hair, like have it sewn on so that I can't like get to my own hair? And it just, when I think about that, I get a little claustrophobic and I'm just like, yeah, no, we's not gonna touch it. Number 4 is laying my edges. Now, this is another one. Don't come at me for it. I just don't personally, I don't get it. I just don't get the whole laying your edges thing. It makes no sense to me, and it's not something that I want to spend my time doing. Like, I don't care about my edges other than making sure that they're still there and look good. In the sense of they don't look like hair is falling out. Laying them just isn't something that I see any use in doing. Like, even when I'm deep in a relaxer stretch, my edges will look like natural hair. Like, I don't spend a ton of time making sure they get straight, stay straight. And I've had people comment on it thinking I'm natural or asking like, why are your edges not straight? So as you can see from that, I just don't care how they look other than that they look full and healthy. Another thing that turned me off from it, just aside from my own personal, like, not interested, is that I've seen results from those who do it a lot with relaxed hair. And while some have been able to escape with not having any issues, others have found that it's made their edges weaker so that they break. And then some have found that their edges don't grow back easily. Some have found that their edges aren't growing back at all without a dermatologist's help. So I know it's just something I don't need to mess with. Number 5 is coloring my hair. I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I don't know. I can't remember. But I used to color my hair back in high school and college, and I think even a few years after college. I would use a semi-permanent color from Clairol Natural Instincts, and I would do it myself at home about 2 to 3 times a year. I would go a little lighter in the summer and a little darker in the winter. Back when I was doing this, I didn't notice any negative effects on my hair, such as dryness or breakage, but I will admit I also wasn't paying as much attention to my hair then as I am now. And so if there were some issues, it wasn't big enough thing for me to really notice. While I liked coloring my hair back then, and as I mentioned, I had no big issues with doing it, I am too scared to color in my hair now. I'm not 100% sure why, but I think it may stem from mainly knowing more about hair, my hair, how my hair reacts to things, and about hair care. And then I also now know that having a relaxer in color can be pretty damaging. I know semi-permanent color is a lot gentler on the hair, and I think it's even probably gentler now than it was back when I was doing it because formulas have changed and improved, but it's still more chemicals on hair that already is full of chemicals. I have seen some horror stories in Facebook groups and articles. I keep talking about these horror stories, I know, but I didn't have access or exposure to those in the past, so I think maybe if I had, I might not have colored my hair at home. But now that I do, I'm just like, I don't know that I want to color my hair even at the salon. Now, I will admit with this one, while I'm too scared to color my hair now, I probably won't completely rule it out as something that I might do in the future. Because I have started to get some grays. They're not really noticeable. They're not a big deal to me, but as my hair grays more, I might decide that it's worth the risk to try to cover them with some color. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see and cross that line once I get there. All right, those are the things that I am too scared to do to my relaxed hair. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have anything that you are hesitant to do or use on your relaxed hair because you're kind of scared of what the results could be, go ahead and leave that in the comments down below because I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to talk with you about it. And as you're doing that, don't forget to give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.